pretty difficult. You don't want weeks off this time of year. Big competitions to play in. It's tough to watch Sarries and the likes competing in semi-finals while we're sat at home. It's a bit of a catch-22 really. It's the only chance we do get to have a week off and freshen up. So you've got to take that while you're giving it, but at the same time you don't want to be watching big semi-finals. So it's a little extra incentive, a little bit of extra hurt and anger to put in the bank ready for this weekend. So because we've lost had a couple of really disappointing weekends and poor results, doesn't make us a bad team. And we know we've still got the resources and the capacity to go on and win the league if we get things right. We'll have to be a damn sight better than we've been, but now when it really matters and the pressure's on, and we've only got one thing to focus on, hopefully it'll bring out the best in us.
How big is this game on Saturday then? Because if you win, you can pretty much secure that top 2 spot.
It'd be really nice not to have to go to Leicester on the last day with everything on the line, and massive pressure. It'd be nice to go in and put pressure on them from the comfort of a home semi-final. So that's the kind of and also perhaps play London Welsh with the ability to mix the side up and other things and rest the right players that may need it. If we lose badly again at the weekend, then we're under desperate pressure to regather some momentum and some form, and time's running out. So a good win against a top team like Saracens just gives us the luxury of rotating a couple of players if necessary. Solidifying that home semi-final nice and early, and giving us a chance of building some momentum and form going into hopefully semi-finals and final.
What's been spoken about then? What do you feel you need to improve? I suppose among the forwards, despite Exeter, I think it wasn't good enough.
I think we need to improve across the board. I think Exeter wasn't a complete disaster in its own right. I think we actually played a lot of good rugby in the first half. We got caught on the turnover a couple of times. Exeter were dangerous on counter-attack and turnover ball. But generally I thought our attacking play, our shape and our ability to create opportunities was good, much better than it was against Claremont. Unfortunately a couple of last passes didn't stick, and we forced it a little bit in the killing zone and didn't put our chances away and give ourselves a real good chance of winning it. But into that win first half, I thought we actually did pretty well. Obviously disappointing to fall away in the way we did. Our scrum, that's usually a huge asset of ours, big weapon. I think in the past teams have really feared us there, and at the minute we're just not firing. So we've got some homework to do. We did doing West Call's scrum fitness last week, which was interesting. I think it just consisted of 50 scrums on the bounce live, but followed by some live mauling and things like that, just to re-establish our set-piece game and use last week to get some real volume into our training, because we feel like we've let ourselves down a little bit in that respect last couple of weeks. We'll be a bit fresher than Saracens, hopefully, and with all that hard work in the bank, hopefully we'll that's an area of our game we can really impose on them.